Hey, welcome back to Big Guy Little Tractor. Today I thought I'd do a video with all of the different kinds of snow implements that I've tried using and give you my opinion on them. First up, we have the basic bucket. I am running some Edge Tamers on this. This one was earlier on in the season last year. And it works pretty well, but the snow flies over the side. Plus it takes a really long time to dump the bucket, as you can see. Now, while we're sitting here watching some plowing, I'd just like to remind everyone that a subscription for the channel is basically the same thing as you voting for me to get more tractor implements. Everybody wants that. Next up, we have the Homemade Snowpusher, where I just slapped on a couple pieces of wood to the side of the bucket. As you can see here, this makes a gigantic difference in how much snow I can push and carry. You still have the problem where you have to dump it out at the end, but it's pretty amazing how much it can hold, actually. And here we have probably the best example of it. There's no way that this much snow would stay in the bucket if I didn't have these boards on the side here. I also don't even think my snow pusher can push this much snow at once, really. Next up, we have the Landpride Snowpusher. In this case, it has the Backdrag on, which is that piece of metal that goes across the top. I really like the Snowpusher like this, and having the Backdrag is really nice to be able to pull stuff away from things. But I found that it kind of forced the snow out the front with that piece on the top, and sometimes it would even push it upwards, which wouldn't allow me to push as much snow. In contrast, this is the Snowpusher without the Backdrag on. It pushes huge piles of snow. You don't have to dump it out. It lets it sort of pile up and stack up. So I think this is probably the best option, or this is at least my favorite option because it's the quickest and easiest, and it pushes a ton of snow. The last of the implements I have is the rear blade. Now, I like to use this thing pushing it backwards instead of pulling it forwards. I just find it's a lot easier. If you watch videos of people pulling them forward, it always tries to pull the tractor over to the side. You kind of have a limited capacity. But when you angle it a bit and push it backwards, it can push a ton of snow. Now, if I had to pick only one implement to have with the tractor, it would probably be this one because you can do a little bit of everything with it. You can do long straight stretches, you can do big parking lots, you can pull away from things, you can push into things. This is probably the most versatile piece of equipment you can have for snow plowing, at least out of the ones that I own. And as you can see, it can push a heck of a lot of snow too. However, I'd have to say, after looking at all of those different options, I still prefer the Snowpusher. But if you're on a budget, just slap a couple boards in the side of your bucket and you're well on your way. You really don't need anything else.